Mortal Kombat 1 is officially unlisted on YouTube, and it's been that way for a few days now, so I wanted to talk about it here on my channel. I've reached out to YouTube on Twitter, and they haven't gotten back to me yet, so I want to make the issue more known here by making a video about it. And then on top of that, I also wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat 1, the state of the game, the future of the game, and answer that really popular question that everyone's talking about: is Mortal Kombat 1 dying? All that and more discussed in today's video, and purposely I'm gonna make it a bit slower paced with very minimal editing because I just want it to be a chat between me and you, the audience. In fact, I want you to comment right now any questions you have for me, because tomorrow when this video goes live, I'm gonna do my absolute best to respond to every comment that I can, because that just sounds really fun. But real quick, a shout out to Interloco, who gave us a sneak peek at Peacemaker's attacks in Mortal Kombat 1. Check out this guy's channel, he is awesome. But alright, let's get started. As mentioned earlier, YouTube has officially blacklisted Mortal Kombat 1, or I suppose that unlisted is the more appropriate word, since blacklisted is more of a political thing. And I don't think this action was political by any means. In fact, if anything, it could just be a mistake, or it could be on purpose. I honestly have no idea, but let me explain what's going on here. So if you try to make a video about Mortal Kombat 1, in the past, you could actually type out the game title. And what this did was, when people searched up Mortal Kombat 1, they were more likely to find your video. It's a really nifty feature, and it works for any video game, right? It's a great feature for gaming in general, and I think other genres of video have this feature too. But for some reason, very recently, YouTube just removed Mortal Kombat 1 from the game list. And now, if you try to type in Mortal Kombat 1, instead the website defaults to Mortal Kombat 4. Which actually bit me in the ankles really hard on my Ermac video, because back then I had no idea that Mortal Kombat 1 had been unlisted from YouTube, so I typed it in, pressed enter, and unbeknownst to me, that video was tagged as Mortal Kombat 4. And even though I think Mortal Kombat 4 is a completely fine game, the reality is most people don't log on to YouTube and then search for a Mortal Kombat 4 video. And as a result, that video of mine with Ermac did not do as well as it should have, because it didn't get shared with the Mortal Kombat 1 viewers. Now, just in case any of you watching are content creators or just want to know a solution to this, don't type in any game title for now until they add Mortal Kombat 1. That way, at least your video is not placed in a box, right? This way it can be seen by everybody, which sometimes is good, but I try to be more direct with my videos, right? I want them to reach the exact audience that wants to watch it, so I always try to label it exactly what the game is. Which is why I really do hope that YouTube fixes this, and I especially hope this was not done on purpose. For anyone not aware, YouTube has always kind of been at war with Mortal Kombat ever since Mortal Kombat X, and especially with Mortal Kombat 11 when the graphics got more real. I'm still not sure to this day if it's intentional, as in YouTube is actually against Mortal Kombat, or if instead it's just the AI that YouTube uses and it gets confused and thinks that Mortal Kombat video game violence is real world violence, and therefore it censors you, shadow bans the video, sometimes even blacklists it, because once again it thinks the violence is real when it's not. Although I guess philosophically you could argue, if the graphics look so real that it can make a human freak out and revolt, then maybe it is too violent, but I don't think so. I think fiction is fiction. I think reality is reality, and we can't cross those two things, right? There's a big difference between a Mortal Kombat fatality and someone actually being murdered on YouTube. I think we can all agree on that. But anyway, my main point is, I don't know if YouTube does this on purpose, as in they're actively trying to censor Mortal Kombat videos and trying to like push creators off the site, or if it's just the AI making a mistake. I'm not sure which one. However, with that being said, let's pretend that YouTube does intentionally want to limit the reach of Mortal Kombat videos. A great way to do that would be to unlist the game title on the website, which is what happened. If it was an accident, then fair is fair, you know? Somebody messed up when coding or programming, an update messed things up. It's happened before, right? All the time on YouTube, an update happens that makes the site worse, and YouTube either reverts it or just lets it stay bad. I hope in this case they fix it, unless it was done intentionally, in which case Mortal Kombat 1 might forever be unlisted on YouTube, which would definitely suck. My videos are still doing fine, fine, but I feel like they would do a bit better. I'm not sure though, that could just be a placebo. It could be possible that that game title doesn't do very much at all, but if it didn't, I'm not sure why YouTube would include it. But that's been a discussion for a while, right? Some people used to argue that even putting tags in your YouTube video didn't do anything, or that the hashtags don't do anything, or the new @ feature where you can like list YouTubers' names, that doesn't do anything either, some people think. I'm not personally sure. It's pretty hard to test it. Maybe later I'll research that topic a bit more. But no matter what the case may be, YouTube, come on, put back the Mortal Kombat 1 game title. If for no other reason than to satisfy my OCD nature, okay? It feels so weird to add all the information about the video, the title, description, tags, hashtags, then go down to game title and just leave it blank. That feels so weird and incomplete. But okay, I spent way too much time talking about that, but I thought it was interesting, right? Because never before has a Mortal Kombat game been unlisted on YouTube, like just totally gone. And I think now, like every video I've made about Mortal Kombat 1 is just untagged now. Like it no longer has a game title associated with it, which is wild. But alright, next topic, is Mortal Kombat 1 dying? I definitely do think the desync issues hurt the game in a bad way, but that's been fixed from what I've been told and what I've experienced. I haven't had any desyncs since I started playing, which is great. And I've also noticed the numbers have picked back up again in terms of online players, so that's great. Now, of course, there's still the issue of the really overpriced DLC, but unfortunately, like I've mentioned in past videos, every fighting game is doing that so far. Like Street Fighter 6 had the Ninja Turtle skins that were over $60 for just 4 skins, which is crazy to think about. Each one was like $15, which is nuts because the only difference between each costume was the weapon on your back and the headband color. Like that's it. And it was still $60. And then later on, they got the costume 3, right, for Street Fighter 6. And believe it or not, if you combine the prices of all those costume 3s for each character, like say you want to buy costume 3 for every character on the roster, I believe it's over $100. Like how crazy is that? That to me is ridiculous, but then on top of that, other games are doing this too. It's not just fighting games. For some reason right now, game developers are feeling increasingly emboldened about these DLC prices. Like they're not afraid to just put a crazy price out there, see if people buy it, and if they're mad, they just go, oopsie, won't do it again, then they do it again, and you know, history repeats itself. It seems like they really want money right now for some reason, more so than usual. They've always wanted money, but right now they want a lot of money. I'm not sure if that's because the gaming industry is about to collapse and just really needs money right now, or if because their investors are mad at them and want to see way more profit from the games. I can't say. Maybe they're just greedy. There's no way to truly know the reasoning behind this crazy DLC prices, but my point is, after all that said and done, that these high prices for Mortal Kombat 1 stuff did not help the community at all, and may have also led to some people not wanting to play the game, or at the very least having a sour opinion on the game. I think those are the two big things that soured people on Mortal Kombat 1. The really crazy DLC prices, and the desync issues that made it pretty much impossible to play with anybody. And now Tekken 8 is here, and a lot of people are playing Tekken 8, which is good. I recommend everyone watching this actually try Tekken 8. It's a really good game. I've always loved Tekken, and believe it or not, even before Tekken 8 came out, I was playing Tekken 7 on like a weekly basis, because I do that. I was also playing Street Fighter 6 on a weekly basis. Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 are both fantastic games, though I bet Street Fighter 6 is being more affected by Tekken 8 than Mortal Kombat is, because I bet a lot of Street Fighter players like Tekken more than Mortal Kombat players like Tekken. That's just a guess. I feel it in my bones though. The gameplay just is not even remotely similar. The art style's not remotely similar. So I don't think a ton of people jumped from Mortal Kombat to Tekken unless they were just already a fan of both games, right? There's not much crossover, is what I'm saying. Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6 are both 2D fighters. They both have the quarter circle inputs, right? The special moves, the strings, so there's some overlap there, but Tekken is completely different. But I digress. The point is, while I do think Tekken 8 did steal some players from Mortal Kombat 1, I bet it stole way more from Street Fighter 6. And if we're being honest, they're always going to come back to their favorite game anyway. Tekken 8 might distract people for a bit, but eventually they're going to come back to Mortal Kombat 1 if that's their preferred game of choice, especially now that the desync issues have been fixed, and let's be real, Peacemaker's coming, and everybody's going to want to play Peacemaker. And then after that, we're going to get Ermac, and everybody's going to want to play Ermac. So I think Mortal Kombat 1's going to make a comeback. I think it's going to bounce back completely fine, and at the same time, I think people on social media, and especially YouTube, were greatly exaggerating the situation of Mortal Kombat 1. when they say it's dying or the game is dead, all that stuff. I don't think Mortal Kombat 1 was ever anywhere close to dying, because whenever I went online to play, I could find an opponent like instantly. To me, a game is only dead when you can't find anybody. Like a DNF duel, I love that game, but I can't find people half the time. Or you could play Invasions. I think that's also a big issue actually, is Invasions. A lot of people don't like the mode. They think it's really grindy. I'll be honest with you, I think Invasions does have cool stuff, but it's just hidden among all the mundane stuff that's not as interesting. Like the boss battles I think are really cool. I think some of the one-off game modes are really fun. I think Test Your Might is fun. The survive mode would be fun if it wasn't so crazy high damaging, right? I don't think it should be that hard to win the survive modes, but I think the concept is there. Having the character avoid projectiles on screen is pretty fun, I think. The talismans could be a bit better. Some of them are already really cool, but we just need more of them to be cool like that. And honestly, just make the game free roam. The fact that it's like on a board was a terrible decision. If you could walk around and explore freely, I think it'd be a lot cooler. Yeah, people could speedrun it technically, but maybe to avoid that, NetherRealm could make it to where you have to reach a certain level before you can progress to the next board, the next realm, whatever you want to call it, right? I think that would be an easy solution. If Invasion had free roam and some other minor tweaks here and there, I think it really could have been something special, because the level of detail in each of these maps is really stellar. If you ever just stop and look at the graphics and the maps, they actually are really pretty. And some of the areas, especially like the Adenia areas, the Living Forest areas, look really cool. And I wish we could actually look at them in third person and not just be stuck in that one fixed angle, but you know, it is what it is. But yep, that's about it for today's video. YouTube, please stop unlisting Mortal Kombat 1. It's my favorite game to play on this channel. And also, I don't think Mortal Kombat 1 is dying. At the worst, it's in a recession, but I think even that was greatly exaggerated. People got really hyperbolic because saying that the game was dying was a really easy way to get views on YouTube. And also, let's be real, I think some people want the game to die. Like, they're just that bitter towards it that they want it to fail. For one reason or another, their motivation is their own, but me personally, I don't think Mortal Kombat 1 is dying, and in fact, I think in 2024, it's going to make a big comeback. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below. It helps my channel out a ton. Then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.